We think too much and feel too little.
Gus German here wants to adopt the country. Oblige him.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
What did they put in your kibble this morning?
Yo, Adrian, let me rock you.
Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
Why so serious?
This is the guy behind the guy behind the guy.
The lady who put the BS in BSN. It's Carolyn Sheridan from the Ag Health and Safety Alliance. Time once again to see what we can do to help our family farmers.
So excited to have Carolyn Sheridan on the program today. She wants to talk about a lot of stuff with this whole harvest safety. I know this is a great time because...
Hi, Al.
Hi, how are you? I believe this is, if there's a time of the year when we are bothered most by our farmer friends.
Because we are using the roads. We are out there.
Well, you're on the roads. That isn't even the big thing. And this is what I don't understand why you guys can't all summer long. You know those little all those little ladybugs that aren't ladybugs?
Yeah,
whatever they're called.
Yeah, the apocalypse of ladybugs.
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there eating, doing whatever they do out in your fields. And then you guys decide to stir up the hornet's nest.
Oh,
and now they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, my. I
have taken to, like, we have a light, like, over the table where we eat. But if you turn that light on, they just swarm. So, I'm taking the duct tape, turning it inside out. And, like,
so that's how you do it? That's a terrible idea. Because I have $1 million idea. This is why I brought it up.
Al's got something in his hand.
This is the prototype. It's not a vacuum, but it should be. So you can't suck them up in the vacuum because then they live inside your vacuum. They stink like all heck. You can't like it. Yeah. And you really know. I thought a car vacuum because I think if you just whip by and zoop them up. I want the invention to be a small vacuum-esque item like this, about this size, handheld, and then you just walk up and go. Well, it is because it's just a prototype. Came up with the idea like yesterday, and I didn't invent it yet. I'm just letting somebody have $1 million.
A lot of us have little handheld vacuums that we use in our car.
Well, yeah, but then you got to be plugged into the car somewhere, right?
No, it's battery.
Battery. Okay, well then that's what you need. Because then you just go by and go.
That's a good idea, Al.
And then you get a canister. I bet you fit 100 of those bad boys in there. Then go throw it out in your next farmer field somewhere. Put them back at home where they belong.
First, you should spray it with something and kill them, and then throw them out. We don't want to save them for anybody.
No, wait a minute. I'm on the impression you people brought them here. It was farmers. Farmers back in the 1800s or something like that. Oh. They're not native to America.
No, I sometimes wonder, like, at what point we're responsible for all the things.
Well, when you bring them here, you're kind of responsible. That's all I'm saying. But my point being is, if you left them alone, they wouldn't be attacking my house and or my office or every machine here. So now I think what you should do is get one of them little vacuums this size and put in the Ag Health and Safety Alliance on there as a giveaway. And people, as they're sucking those bad boys up, would be thinking about you. And you'd never throw it out because you need one every year. Boom.
That's right. We need one every year. We could actually probably co-brand it, like have Al Travis show. Similar to my background today, I still have some of these Al Travis wraps for the hay bales.
Dude, that's a great idea. People love that. And for what folks don't know, when you're putting them big round bales together and they're just sitting there doing nothing, put a wrap on there with the Al Travis logo. I'll send you the logo and just let them sit out in the field. I think people would love that. I love the idea of that.
I know. I took this picture. Yeah, I took this picture yesterday. We were harvesting. I got out of the combine to take this picture because we have a little bit of a hilly field.
What were you doing in the combine? Come on, they don't let you drive.
I think I have said many times, and I made a little video yesterday. It's on my Facebook. I should probably push it out to Ag Health and Safety Alliance, and it just really, really stated very well what I do. I'm in charge of food, entertainment, safety, finance, and I'm in charge of the pets too. Keep the dogs out of the way. So I was bringing food and like iced tea and stuff to the people that actually do the work. I'm the one that's running. I'm running around getting parts, keeping track,
taking care of business. All right.
I am. I'm in charge of making sure they can do their job. So it's an important job. Yeah.
All right. So I think this is a great $1 million idea. Little handheld ladybug catcher.
And
you don't want to just smush them. Here's the truth: they taste like crap. So I get up the other morning. I have a little glass of water next to my bed. I have
don't tell me there was one in it.
There was. I didn't know. Get up in the morning, take that
Oh.
sip, and like, this is sour. What do you know? One flew in there sometime during the night and just
No.
rotted away.
Yeah,
They
put a
taste
lid on that.
horrible.
Put a lid on that. Put a lid on that. No, but we do have some things to talk about, and it's always
I would
the
like
things
to
that-
talk about this because this respiratory health thing you're getting into, you guys caused that true.
Oh well,
I'm driving back from the golf course.
Take care of it. Yeah.
Driving back from the golf course,
Yeah.
and this guy's out there, picking the beans, and holy Hannah, it was like the Wizard of Oz dust storm behind him, going, hey, am I going back to Kansas? And I
The
thought to
dust is-
myself,
Yeah,
Look.
the dust is pretty horrendous this year. We had a lot of rain. You had a lot of rain, and we don't know if things are drying down. I mean, the corn is super dry. We've never harvested corn at the end of September this dry. But it also, at least our fields, some of the fields around us have what's called tar spot, and so it's got this black, very fine dust, and so sometimes it's hard to convince people to wear respirators when you blow off the combine. But this year, I think it's getting a little bit easier because I'm holding one up. And this was just my son-in-law blows off the combine every day because it's not only dry and worry about fires.
Sure.
But he wore this. I think it takes him about 20 minutes or a half hour, and it is just really. It's got so much of that black fine dust, and then when I go to get out of the combine or get in the combine, all the handles and stuff. When you come down, your hands are just solid.
but this is like
black
self-inflicted
dust.
wounds. This is what I don't
No, I don't
understand.
know
You
it.
guys, you want us to feel sorry for you if you're working, and I get it. It's very dusty, very tough. It's like you're a coal miner.
Nobody
Coal
should
miner
feel
has
sorry.
to go get the coal. You got to go down there and get the coal.
Nobody should feel sorry for us. We need to protect ourselves from what we know is out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you did it differently, it would be easier. And I have two options,
Oh,
$2 more
Al
million
has
ideas.
some
$2 more million
options.
ideas.
Al, just be careful when you give your options because sometimes some of them are a little, I don't want to use the word dumb. I'm going to use the word silly.
Wow.
I didn't use the word dumb. I said silly.
Wow. Okay.
Al and I have not talked we didn't have time last week.
When you blow up buildings and stuff, when they demolish buildings and that gets quite dusty,
Yeah.
they'll often now have water. They'll be spraying water as they do it to keep that dust down. Here's Al's $1 million idea. They'll call me stupid. All right.
I did.
So you hook to the back of the combine. You hook the back by a sprayer, just water, and it just sends a mist out. So as you're doing that, it's just tamping her down. Hey, $1 million idea right there.
Do
Another
you have
one.
farmer friends? Do you really have farmer friends? Because sometimes you tell me you do, and you say that your farmer friends like somebody. Did you run that one by anybody?
No, I just come up
Besides
with it.
me. Okay,
No.
well, be sure you run
I'm
it
gonna
by
bring it-
somebody.
Well,
besides
he's out
me.
farming right now. When he gets back after that, we'll golf and I'll ask. And here's the other one.
You
How about
reported it.
how about you go old school? This
Yeah,
used to work. Yeah, now you guys got these big combines just kicking all the dirt up. Go get the sickle. Go get the sickle and knock that stuff down. You didn't hear this back 150 years ago. No one complaining about the dust or those stupid bugs coming out. Just use the sickle.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know if they complained about it or not because you weren't there. I bet there was.
They would have wrote a news article. You would have heard it on the radio or something. I just don't recall.
I was wondering how far back you were going. I didn't know, Al. Sometimes-
Sickle days. Sickle
sometimes
days.
when
That's
you
what I'm
say
talking about.
Back in the day, I don't know what you mean, but my dad would have been.
See?
He used horses. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so
and it's very
just
cheap.
saying.
No gas for horses. You don't have to pay gas or nothing. Just let them eat hay and stuff.
Yeah, right. And so beans and corn, both. A lot of dust this year when you're blowing off the combine, but just in general. And so I held up one. It's called an N95. Yesterday morning, I ran some over to a neighbor. He was having trouble finding some, and he said, boy, he's coughing up a lot in the mornings because he's blowing off the combine. He's out there.
Mm-hmm.
So get yourself some N95s. Al, do you have an N95? Did I ever send you a respirator? Probably
Oh,
not.
I got them. But I got
Yeah.
all my old COVID ones. I mean, I could do the twins. I got COVID ones here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but the
here's my
COVID
favorite
ones,
one.
no, we're not. We don't use the COVID ones. That's the other thing. Don't use the one strap ones. No. Al really does have a pretty funny, silly
can't
one.
hear
where
you.
Yeah,
There.
he can't hear me. Yeah. Anyway,
There.
he's got what? Yeah, it's like a cloth. It's a cloth.
Makes you look like I'm smoking.
It does. Yeah, those don't.
Here's
work
the
because-
other thing you guys have
Yes,
gotten
Al.
away from, which makes no sense to me,
guys.
because
You
maybe
guys.
you farmers are just into the COVID. You got shares in COVID and mass 95s or whatever they're called.
N95s.
Okay, how about this? Go back a few years. Remember the old bandana? where it's cool around your necks until it gets dusty. Then you lift it up like a bank robber or a stagecoach robber. Get a couple of those. Have those in your back pocket.
People still use those. It does keep
See?
it keeps that nuisance dust out. It's the stuff
Yes.
that's big flying in the air. We can see what it doesn't keep out is the stuff that makes you cough and the stuff that gets down in your lungs. So I am advocating for getting the good N95s. It's called N95.
Can you still get those? We ran short on those 5 years ago.
Yeah,
they
we can
replenished
now.
them. All right.
Yep. Where the supply is back up. And I was part of a great panel at the beginning of the week, and they're coming up with some new ideas to make things more comfortable, some 3D things, make them a little bit more accessible even now. So do we have to go on a break? When Al wants to go on a break, he's like holding his hand up. I don't know where his pen is today, but hey, we'll be right back after this message. Is that what we're
Tired of one-sided media and divisive noise drowning out your conservative values? Take back the conversation with Braver Angels. Join a grassroots movement to restore civility and find common ground without compromising your principles. As a conservative, your voice matters. Share your perspective on issues like immigration and public health in Red Blue workshops and help rebuild trust in our great nation. Be a leader in depolarizing America. Sign up for free at mn.braverangels.org. Braver Angels, where conservatives, liberals, and independents unite for a stronger republic.
Think about it. A famous politician once said, "You're entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts."
What's wrong?
Al, you got it on wrong.
It's not comfortable, but it's got two things, one on each side. So I got it on right.
You get it on sideways, like you don't have.
It's on for each ear. How would you put it on any other way?
The metal piece goes up here.
Okay. That's what I thought, but then what do I do with the holder things? This one goes under my third chin. What does the bottom one do?
The metal piece goes here.
Okay. So what do I do with this bottom? What's this bottom rubbery thing do? Hang around one of my chins? What the heck?
So it goes around your neck, back of your neck, and the other one goes up here.
Okay. We're not doing all that. I'm just going to wear a bandana and look cool.
Al, it's so easy to put on correct.
Obviously not, or more farmers would do it.
Oh yeah, a lot of farmers do that. Yeah, but I don't know, Al. I don't know what to say.
I've had $3 million ideas this show already. We're making it happen.
Okay, we'll get to it.
Already have. All right, here we come.
It's nice to know a guy that knows a guy. Al Travis.
She's Carolyn, Sheridan with the Ag Health and Safety Alliance. I had $1 more million idea that I came up with this week. You want to hear it? Are you writing these down? You want to hear it? I think it's fantastic.
I do have a tablet, but some of them are like there's a red line drawn through them.
To highlight the good ones? Okay.
No, drawn through.
All right. So you always notice when you guys get done and then you take the tractor, and then you run onto the roadways, and then there's these large clumps of crap dirt across the highway, and we got to drive over them.
That's going to be a while before we get any of those. Yeah,
but they're coming. We see them every year. And here's the brilliant. Those accesses to the fields, where they got to put the culvert under, they got little where the tractors can.
Oh, the driveway? They're called the driveway?
The driveway. You know what you do there? And this has got to be a mandatory law, and I think we should make it, is that when you build those, you got to buy that carpet like they sell for your house where your dog walks in and it like the stuff your dog, he walks in and takes all the mud off his paws before he gets, you got to put that there across every one of those driveways so that when the tractor goes by, clean wheels, you're off and running, everybody's happy. This is brilliant. And I'll bet you those carpet guys like to sell.
Who's going to pay for that? Is that the county or is that the farmer?
Oh, no. If you want to put one of them things in you want to get there, you got to put it in. Same like the culvert. They got to put the culvert under it and then the rock, and then they just got to put that over the top. Clean the tires. Boom.
I don't even have my pencil or pen out.
I'll remind you next time we talk. No problem.
You do that.
So all the good ideas have come from me so far today. What do you have for harvest safety? Other than the mask thing? Mask. Everything comes down to a mask.
We're not trying to make it hard. We're trying to make it simple. Just get a respirator when you know it's dusty. That we're just saying, make sure it's an N95. You don't need anything with cartridges. So just make it simple. But also, I'm gonna keep talking about this until harvest is over, because I just was reading before we got on the show about there's a pretty bad accident that happened up not too far from me, and it has I think it's a semi, and I think it's some tractors and a truck, and it's on a highway. I don't know any of the details. I just simply know that it happened just not too long ago. And so we know everybody knows we're out there, that you absolutely can't, you have to know it because we're there. I tried to drive from my house to my daughter's house yesterday, and there, you met semis, I met a combine, I met tractors pulling wagons. It's on the gravel roads, it's on the highways. We're using all of the roads. And sometimes we are driving slow. And Al doesn't like that. He's got other $1 million.
I do not.
He does not like it. But that's the way it is right now. And I sent Al a video last night, and I was just at my daughter's house, and you can see through the trees that my son-in-law is pulling the tractor with the wagons. And you can just see while the video is going. It's like a 10-second video, and there's a car just whizzing right by him. Yeah,
getting where they got to go.
Yeah, just getting where they got to go. And it's less than a half mile where they're going to be at a stop sign where they can turn right or left or keep going. And so I know we're sharing the roadways. People got to get kids to daycare. People got to get to work. We've got all kinds of other things we have to do. But we are going to have to slow down. And everybody's really, yeah. And there's not much else to do about it. And we are running at night. We've got all this great reflective tape. We've got lights. We've got slow-moving vehicle signs. So just be aware. You're going to see those. That does mean you have to slow down. I don't know if you've got a better idea.
Well, I was driving quite a little bit. Yeah, here's another great idea, which I think we should do. You ever see like those movies when cops have to stand on the street for long periods of time in the heat, and then someone will walk up and give them a bottle of water? Give them a bottle of water. I love that. It always brings a little tear to my eye. And here's what I was thinking yesterday. I'm driving back to the city, passing a ton of these guys, and there'll be like 3 semis, a couple tractors, a couple guys standing around there. I think I'm going to throw a 24-pack of water in my car and then just wing in there someday and say, guys, thanks for being the backbone of America. And if your wife's like Carolyn Sheridan, she probably hasn't got you water for a while. So here, and hand out free waters and just say I appreciate them. I think that'd be cool.
It is.
Then I also get to drive on the driveways and clean my tires at the same time.
And then, what you could say is, can I take a ride in your combine?
You think they do it?
They absolutely, they would. They're loving that. There's a guy that's the head of the Ag Center in Nebraska. And last fall, he came and rode in the combine. He'd never ridden in a combine in harvest. And really, they like to show you. We like to talk to you about what we're doing, and they do appreciate that. Some elevators, when you bring in your loads, some like a 4-H club or something has got cookies or some kind of snack that they're.
I think we start that in this program. Drop some water off to your favorite farmer when they're in the side of the road. I love that idea.
I do. Yeah, I do.
And then you could also do, because there's another tip. If they're doing the bandana technique for breathing, you can water down the bandana, and then it will also take more filter. It'll collect more.
Al, maybe you could just carry a couple in 95s. Just say.
That'd be another idea. Get it back and make sure that's you know what I'm going to say. That's even a better idea.
It is. That's what I did yesterday. I took a couple of Gear for Ag bags to a couple of the neighbor guys that were busy. I said, "Here, just please wear these."
You
Put
got to
these
get your
on."
logo on them. Can you get Ag Health and Safety Alliance on a M95? You should do that. Oh, you should do
I
that.
don't know. That might be. Well, they're making them. They're 3D in them now. Boy, there's a lot.
3M's got their name on it. Come on.
Yeah, in order for me to say it's an N95, it really does have to meet the standard. So I can't just be handing out stuff that I don't know that it does.
Well,
the
I
job,
can
so.
put the Al Travis Show logo on it. What do
I
make? You know what? We're back to bandanas. Let's make bandanas with the Al Travis logo. I got no problem with that. All right, I got to go. We're out of time. Ag Health and what?
What the $1 million idea you had was the water. Stop along the way, hand out some water, and ask for a ride in the combine.
Oh. Well, then there was that ladybug zapper.
Oh, there was that ladybug.
Yeah, there are a lot of good ones today.
Us for those. Hey,
yeah, leave them in their natural habitat. Don't chase them out here so they're at my house. They're nowhere near.
2 R's, respirators, roadway safety. 2 R's, respirators, roadway safety. That's
good. We should have started with that. Easy to remember instead of all this other stuff we talked about. 2 R's, respirator, railroad safety. All right, we got to go. We're out of time. Carolyn Sheridan, Ag Health and Safety Alliance. Check them out.